Hey, what's up guys? It's Dekkster here, and there's been 11 new cards since I last did a review, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into those because let's try and make it not too long of a video. So this Ice Walker is a mage card, 2 mana, 1 attack, 3 health, and the text is your hero power also freezes the target. Now, I think this is actually really good. It's a solid 2-drop. The stats aren't great. It's a 1/3. If it was a 2/3, it'd be a little bit OP. But as a 1/3, this card is strong early game. It's strong late game. I mean, if you play it on turn 2, you're not going to be able to use your hero power, but the next turn you could, but then that prevents you from, dropping a turn 3 minion or something like that. But this strengthens like elemental mage, and it's a really good card. If you end up playing it on turn 7 or 8, and then you freeze, like if they throw down a giant, or if they throw down Deathwing or something, and then you put your Ice Walker, and then you just freeze it. And then you can just constantly freeze it. And they might have difficulty dealing with this. It kind of requires removal in a way. So I just think this is a great card. I really like it. Well, not great. It's good. I'm going to give it a 7. 7 out of 10. We're going to do some rankings here. So giving this one a 7. We got the Hunter card, Venomstrike Trap next. This one is 2 mana. It's a secret, and it's when one of your minions is attacked, it summons a 2/3 poisonous cobra. So it doesn't make them attack the cobra instead. Instead, it spawns a cobra. So your opponent will attack you in the face, let's say with like a arcane giant or something. Then a cobra will pop out, and maybe they have no way to deal with this cobra because they attacked your face, and now you got the cobra and you're able to remove it if you want to, or something like that. I actually really like this card, and it actually has great synergy also with Professor Putricide, which after you play Secret, you can play, a random Secret, or maybe Putricide throws this down, but a 2/3 Cobra, imagine it's going to be a beast, and it seems like a great card. I really like the Hunter archetypes that may come out, Secret Hunter or just like a Control Hunter. This seems like a great card. I'm going to give this one, I'm going to give it another 7. Maybe an 8 on this one. I don't know. I actually really like it. Okay, we got Stitched Tracker, another Hunter card. This one's 3 mana. It's a 2/2, so the 2/2 is not impressive. A little bit disappointing, actually. I think a 2/3 would have been a little bit better. It discovers a copy of a minion in your deck, which is actually really good. Not on turn 3. Like turn 3, it's okay. Maybe you can pull out a turn 4 card. Like with Stonehill Defender being a 1/4, and you're able to discover. Well, this one discovers copy of a minion in your deck, right? So you kind of have a better chance of pulling what you need. Maybe, oh man, it'd be great to have a 4-drop for the sick curve, right? Or maybe it's turn 7's coming up, and you're playing this on turn 6, and you want to pull a 7-drop. And maybe this will let you pull your 7-drop because you didn't have it in your hand or something like that. Or maybe you can pull out a high main. Maybe you throw this on turn 5 and you have a good chance of always having a high main on turn 6. I think it's a good card. I just really hate the stats here. I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. I'd give it a 6.5. I just don't have that image. So we're going to go with a 6 here. Paladin, Howling Commander, 3 mana 2/2, pretty much the same thing, but it draws the Divine Shield minion from your deck. It's not discovering, it's just drawing a random one. Let's say you only have Wicker Flame, Burn Bristle, and you have Tyrion. If you play this on 3, it'll pull Wicker Flame or Tyrion. Now, if this was a 2-drop, I think it'd be a little OP. If it was a 2-drop 1/1 that drew a Divine Shield and you had a good chance of pulling like Wicker Flame, I think that'd be really good, actually. But as a 3 mana 2/2, I'm not really a big fan. It'd be great to pull Tyrion, if it's turn 6 or something, and you pull him from your deck. I'm just not a big fan of this one. I'm gonna give it a 5. A 5, just not. I don't know, not a big fan. This is a neutral card, Necrotic Geist. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. 6 mana, 5/3. I actually really like this one. This one seems really good in a lot of the current archetypes, the aggro archetypes, maybe even like Zoo Warlock. something like a token shaman is going to be really good with this. A token druid, you know, anything with a lot of small minions. Let's say you have a bunch of fireflies, you just start suiciding your fireflies and you summon ghouls, and then maybe the next turn, if they can't deal with this, you got the ghouls that you could just constantly run into things. So this is actually a good card. The stats are bad, but if you could drop this on turn 6 after even like a turn 5 living mana, imagine that. Well, I guess you can't. That's not possible actually. But at turn 5, if you're in turn 5 and you have a lot of minions on the board, throw this down at turn 6, and then you clear the board and you refill your own board. So I think this card's gonna be pretty good. And if it was out right now, I think it might be a one of in many decks, like the token shaman and token druid. Like I said, this would be a great one of. I'm gonna give it a 7 here. 7. I don't think it's gonna see too much use, and I think it'll be played in some lists, but we haven't seen everything. Gonna give that one a little 7 there. We have Meat Wagon, a neutral 4 mana, 1/4. This one's epic. The death rattle is summon a minion from your deck with less attack than this minion. So this would pull like a Doomsayer. So if you want to pay 4 mana for a Doomsayer, could be okay. Could be all right. I mean, it's a death rattle, so it would have to die. So your opponent might play around it, like, oh, we don't want to kill this. It might pull that Doomsayer, so maybe they just won't kill it. You could do something like a health switcheroo, make it a 4/1, so then it'll summon a minion with 3 or less attack, or you could buff it up somehow. But overall, I'm just not too big a fan. I'm actually gonna give this one a 4, just like its health, just like its mana. Don't like Meat Wagon. I don't think I'll be crafting these. Could be wrong. Cobalt Scalebane, a 5 mana 5/5 neutral dragon. This one, at the end of your turn, give another random friendly minion +3 attack. I actually really like this one. This one seems like it'll be OP in Arena. A really good card in Arena. And it just seems really good in a dragon sort of archetype. I'm excited for some dragon archetypes here. If you turn 4 Twilight Drake, and let's say it has what, like 7-8 health, 4 attack, and then next thing you know, turn 5, and then your next turn after that, which I guess would be turn 6, you'll have a Twilight Drake, which is like 7-8 or 7-9, which is actually huge. It's huge. Or if you just throw this down and it goes off on some taunt minions, like if it goes on a Stonehill, you got a 4/4, and it just seems like a good card, especially with the taunt dragon sort of archetype. So I could see this one being used a lot. I'm gonna give this another 7. A lot of these cards just seem good, but not like game breaking or anything to me. But we got Sanguine Reveler. Reveler? I hope I'm saying that right. This is a Warlock card. 1 mana 1/1. Now, 1 mana 1/1 is not big, but its battle cry is destroy a friendly minion and gain 2/2. And what's been happening a lot in the current meta is a lot of people will eat their own pirates with Golakka crawlers and gain 2/2, and then it's all of a sudden a huge minion. So I think this is a really good card. I think this is going to strengthen Warlock early game and just the sort of zoo archetype. I can see this being used almost with like like the Imp Gang boss sort of deal. You just eat a little imp, and all of a sudden you got a 3/3 for 1 mana. Or if you do end up going like the egg route, maybe some sort of wild archetype, this eating an egg could be really good. I really like this card. Maybe there's going to be some more good things for this guy to eat, but just eating something, like if you have a 1/4, I don't know, Stonehill Defender, and your Stonehill Defender drops to a 1/1, you go ahead and you eat that bad boy. You eat that turtle, and you'll have a 3/3 for 1 mana. I like this card. I'm going to give it an 8 here. Okay, next, Warlock Gnomeferatu. 2 mana, 2/3, battle cry, remove the top card from your opponent's deck. At first I thought this might be good, and it's really good if it's like you're playing against Quest Mage and it burns like their Antonitis or something. If you burn a key card. If it's just an Alexstrasza, it's not even the deal, but if it's a deck that relies on a combo like Quest Mage, that's it. Other than that, burning a card is not a big deal, unless you go to something like Fatigue. It might as well, like, I've played Burn Mage so many times, and Alex is just on the bottom of the deck. So it's like, you remove the top card, and it's not a big deal. You might as well just put it at the bottom of the deck. You know what I mean? Like, you might not get to that 30th card if you're playing a Freeze Mage anyway. If it's an Ice block, you might as well just put it at the bottom of the deck. So I think this isn't great. Just milling one card for a 2-mana 2/3, you lose a lot of tempo. You could have played something a little bit better on turn 2. So this is just kind of meh for me. The one thing that would make this good is if you see the card that was burned. I think that could give you a lot of knowledge. If you see, like, oh, I'm playing against Paladin and I just burned Consecration, then I can know he probably doesn't have Consecration. Maybe he's running a 1 of Consecration. Maybe that's what's popular right now, and now I can, you know, overwhelm the board, just kind of overextend because he doesn't have that Consecration. So I think in that case it might be good. But so I think if you see what the card is, if you see what's burned, I'd give it a 7. If you don't see what's burned, I think I'm going to give this one a 3. A 3. I know that's a big jump, but that information is a big deal. This just kind of, I don't know about this one. I wish it was a little better stats or something. Okay, next we got the Warrior Animated Berserker. This card I like. An early game warrior card that doesn't revolve around pirates. So you can build this. You can maybe do like a tempo enrage sort of build with a warrior. This is a really great card. You can play down, what is it, like Raging Wagon or something like that, and then all of a sudden it's immediately enraged. Or if you play this with an Armor Smith, it'll do the little whirly do, and it'll give you some armor. But yeah, this seems like a great card. If you drop down an Acolyte, it's going to do some damage to it. It's just, I like this one. This one's good. I'm going to go ahead and give this one actually an 8 here. I like this. This is good stuff. I can even see, if there's more Enrage cards out, I can see this one being a 9. Almost like a staple, actually, to be honest. And if you even look at this next card we're going to talk about, the Soulclaimer here, 3 mana, 1/4. Whenever this minion survives damage, summon a 2/2 ghoul. Huh? You guys see that? Look at this. Oh god, I can't grab it. Hold on. Here it is. Okay, look at this synergy right here. Okay, you play Animated Berserker on turn 1. Turn 2, I don't know, Armor Smith, or maybe you even coin out the Soulclaimer. Let's say you coin out the Soulclaimer, and then all of a sudden, it's turn 2. You got a 1/3. You got 2 1/3s and a 2/2. And then next turn, maybe you got more. Maybe you hit this dude again. And if you like Icarine Ghoul on this bad boy, it's going to summon 2 2/2 ghouls, right? It just, I like this. I think these cards have great synergy, and I'm actually really excited about that. So I'm going to go ahead and give this card another 8. And with the synergy and maybe even more cards, maybe a 9. Maybe a 9. I don't know. I could see these 2 cards almost becoming a staple as some sort of tempo enrage warrior. But we have to see the rest of the cards. But that's about it. Nothing that really blew my mind. Stuff I like, stuff I think that's exciting, and I want to see more cards. But as far as now, highest score we're giving out is an 8, and maybe a 9 on one of those. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do plan to be reviewing the rest of the cards that come out. Please let me know if you still want to see that stuff. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. I won't be streaming on Monday, but I'll be streaming Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, which is the 1st of August, right? Yeah. So that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.